Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Red 5 Reviews. Hope you all are having a great weekend. And today's episode, I'll be reviewing the book Star Wars Brotherhood. Star Wars Brotherhood was written by Mike Chen, and the book was published and released in 2022 by Del Rey. The story takes place near the beginning of the Clone Wars set within the new canon timeline. Now, before I get started, I will let you know that there may be some mild spoilers ahead. I'm not going to give away too many details, but I will let you know that there will be a couple of references of events that took place in this book. One of which is that business on Cato Nemoidia that apparently Obi-Wan Kenobi says doesn't count. But other than that, I'm not going to give away too many details. But I did want to let you guys know just in case that you didn't want any form of spoilers whatsoever. But with that said, let's do this. The book takes place shortly after Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. There's been an attack on the planet Cato Nemoidia, and the Nemoidians hold the Republic responsible for the incident. Obi-Wan Kenobi offers to travel to Cato Nemoidia to investigate the attack and hopefully clear the Republic of all blame. However, Count Dooku dispatches Asajj Ventress to monitor Kenobi and further implicate him and the Republic. Meanwhile, newly appointed Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker is tasked with training a group of younglings. And now for my thoughts. I thought Brotherhood was a fantastic book. Author Mike Chen's writing style was very compelling and very well done. I loved how insightful this story is. The story is told through the perspective of different characters, and books like that can have a tendency to feel a little convoluted, but I'm happy to say that is definitely not the case with Brotherhood. Mike Chen did a fantastic job of blending everything together, and the pacing was great and flowed together very well. I did like that we got more time with Kenobi's friend, Dexter Jettster, the owner of the diner from Episode 2. I enjoyed that scene in the film, and I enjoyed his scenes in this book as well. Another aspect that I enjoyed was all the subtle references or Easter eggs to other characters or stories. I won't spoil too much, but Mike Chen made a reference to a certain Legends novel involving Mace Windu, and even referenced Master Jaro Tapal and his red-haired Padawan. I wonder who that could be. I really appreciate it when other Star Wars authors research others' work to keep the story going without contradictions. So I have to give kudos for Mike Chen, because he did do his research. I also enjoyed reading how the characters had to adapt to being out of their norm. One example was Anakin having to adapt to having a robotic arm and working with younglings, and how Anakin and Obi-Wan had to adapt to no longer being master and apprentice. Honestly, my favorite moments in the whole story were Kenobi's time on Cato Nemoidia. Even though he's there with the best of intentions, it's definitely not an easy process for him. He is given certain terms that he has to follow, and disregarding those terms could make things worse to an already tense situation. On that note, Kenobi faces several situations where he has to shift between using a lightsaber or using his words, and I thought that was executed very well. The next part is not really a spoiler, as many of you know that Obi-Wan references these events in Revenge of the Sith, and of course Anakin does play a part in aiding his old master, but I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, did the business on Cato Nemoidia really count? Well, my best recommendation is to read the book and decide for yourself, because no spoilers here. Overall, I didn't really have any issues with this book. There was one scene, however, where they make a remark of how Anakin should have a Padawan of his own, and he was very dismissive to the idea. I did think that was a little cheesy and definitely a ha 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 kind of moment, because we of course know where the story goes from here. But it honestly didn't ruin the book for me in any way. On that note, my current favorite story arc from the canon Clone Wars TV animated show was when Ahsoka Tano was framed for an attack on the Jedi Temple, and Anakin works hard to clear her name. But had the events from this book been portrayed in that show, it would have been my favorite easily. I'll also say that Star Wars books like these can be a little bit difficult in the sense that stories before Revenge of the Sith and the original trilogy can maybe be hard to get invested in, since we know good and well what's about to happen. But honestly, it was not the case with Brotherhood. Even though I know what's about to happen, there were still some moments where I couldn't predict, and the suspense was pretty high. I'm sure it goes without saying that I definitely recommend Brotherhood. It's a great read, and I think this will be enjoyable for all Star Wars fans. On that note, it's time to mark your calendars, everyone, because today on Red 5 Reviews, I'll be giving my first 5-star rating. This book definitely deserved it. And trust me, this will not be the last 5-star rating I give to a book. But what do you guys think if you read Brotherhood? Either way, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this review, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you're new to my channel and are enjoying the content, then please consider subscribing if you'd like to stay updated for more of my Star Wars videos. Thanks as always for all the support, guys. Be sure to tune in soon because I'll be posting my review for the novelization of The Force Unleashed. But until then, this is Red 5, standing by.